However, I am willing to consider the hammer. It calls to me. It calls to me from the corners. Um, yeah, so what do I have that does the most bleed? Scarlet Rot. I could probably R1 spam him with Scarlet Rot, but I think I should have something that does a decent amount of bleed. Um, blood loss 55. 60, that's poison. I think 55 is the most blood loss buildup that I have. Because I would want something like that would build up and build up relatively quick. This does cause a lot of blood loss. So, if I, for example, just for example, and remember, Peyton, this is purely for example. So if I do one of these, I think I can also upgrade how much blood loss that does if I just upgrade that weapon. But yeah, so like literally if I just keep holding this here, and I can kind of just do this continually as long as I'm not stunned out of it, which if I get high enough armor, I could probably just poise my way through it and kind of be a little tanky with it. And I could pretty much just do this endlessly. It doesn't do nearly as much as the special from the other weapon, but also remember that like this is an unupgraded weapon. I am kind of intrigued to know what it would do upgraded, if I'm honest. Yeah. So, just being unupgraded with the bleed and the buildup that it does that quickly, I mean, if I put the time to upgrade this, which I might, just because I want to see. I want to see what it does. Listen. Thank you. Listen. I'm not saying we're going to cheese it and we're going to get all the way to the end and we're going to break him down piece by piece, rip him apart with this giant saw weapon. Okay, I just want to know. Because it will, doing this, right, will increase my overall damage. Sure. We're going to use one of these because I have two. But it'll also increase just my crit. I mean, it requires a somber smithing stone because of course it does. It's a good thing I know where to get one of those. Just across the hallway. Can we set up like a deal where like I just give him the runes and he goes over here and gets this himself? EG's somber smithing 1. Alright. You're already eating into my upgrade budget. I didn't think you were a somber smithing stone weapon. And you are, and that's okay. It's not okay, actually. It kind of makes me upset. But what am I going to do, you know? Get it up to 3, I guess. Run back across the way. I think I needed a somber smithing 3 or 4. I can't remember, so I'll buy both 3 and 4. Just in case. But it looks like I won't be able to buy many soon. Looks like they're going to run out in a bit. There is a stat that you can upgrade. I need 4,000 runes. Alright, there's a stat that you can upgrade that increases. I think it's your arcane increases your status. Like status effect buildup. But the highest you can get is like 200. Um, all right, we're gonna leave it at that because I don't think we need. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we need more than that. Um, but yeah, I think you can upgrade it to like 200 something, which just basically means that like it's almost always gonna crit, like build up quickly, because the highest resistance in the game is like 1,000. So if you're doing 200 a hit, it's like 4 hits. Um, but what if I don't want to like boost my poise through the roof, um, just for the sake of trying this out. Like, what theoretically, right? What would be the highest I could boost my poise to? So that'll take me up to 65. I'm at 54. So the helmet takes me up 11. This takes me up, was that 54 to 72? So that takes me up like 15, 16. That's already the highest I can go. That takes me up 4. So I could probably hit 100, honestly. Or pretty close to it, I'd say. If I changed out my weapon or my armor, um, and just went like pure poise to tank it. Now, is that a great idea? Probably not. But it'd be interesting, an interesting little experiment, you know? Alright, let's heal really quick. Okay, so we're gonna, just because I'm interested in, for the sake of science, not for any other reason, we're just gonna try it out. We're just gonna try it out. We're gonna do one of these. We're gonna do one of these. $87. I said 100. 100 is wrong. Power of skills raises strength. Is this a strength weapon? C and D. I don't think it raises it by that much, though. It raises it by a bit, actually. What if I... Because he only does bleed. Okay. Hear me out. Is there something here that helps me? Raises HP, FP reduction. That one could help. Okay. And since this is not a breath attack, where'd it go? That one could help. Alright. This is a skill attack. I don't know if it would count as a charge. So, what if I boost all of those, just in case? Do I fat roll? Yes. Can I outpoise this? That's the question. Because, I mean, if this doesn't work, then it's just a failed science experiment at this point. But if it does work, then it'll be kind of funny. I'm going to grab those souls, though. Remember that you can't dodge roll through anything. I mean, I'm not going to say the results speak for themselves, but if I can get this blood loss in time. But this is the other issue, is that now I'm in his phase 2. I was kind of hoping I could avoid that. Because he now does a lot more poise. A lot more poise damage that I just can't break through. Alright. So we learned something there. And that was that this is an interesting strategy, but that's about as much as we learned. However, I'm now suddenly intrigued. My AR is still pretty high. And since I can kind of eat it a little bit, I do want to see how many of these I can push out before he takes me down. Okay, well, he outpoised that. The issue is I can only do this attack twice. And he does outpoise it by a pretty healthy margin. Oh, I couldn't get it. That... Oh my gosh. If I was able to hold out for a second longer... Did you see that? That was kind of spicy. I mean, he was right there. And I'm not saying. He was right there. I think I could have had that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dude, I couldn't tell you how close that health came down to. Like, genuinely. He got kind of gassed up right there at the end. Like, he almost died. I didn't follow through. If I had followed through.